What's good with it, people? This your boy, Mr. Check My Resume. About to bring to you my watch list for the week. First thing we're gonna get into this week is let's take a look here. Is ABBV. We want to talk about a little bit of healthcare. Let me pull this up here on my ABBV. We got an inside week. And through all the corrective activity and pull down we've had across the market, ABBV's held up. It's been pretty strong. Stayed inside week last week, so we're looking for a continuation. Well, it's continuation above 150.75 on ABBV, and with full time frame continuity on all the macros. So we're just looking for continuation. We got a shooter on the day, so we'll see what happens on Monday. But looking good. Looks like this one will continue into continuation this week on ABBV. So I like that one first out the gate. Sticking with the theme of healthcare, want to talk about Bristol Myers. In here on Bristol Myers, similar deal to ABBV, where we're looking at the inside week. We're looking at a 212 potentially above 69.49. Again, we've got the macros that are pointing up. We're heading headed upwards in price on the macros. So looking good there on BMY, looking for continuation on the day as well. So BMY looks solid. Looks like a solid trade. Well, we can catch TTO here. Looks like a daily TTO. So looks like healthcare is trying to show us a little bit of strength. And then I got another one in healthcare that, AZN, AstraZeneca. So this one here, we're looking at a potential reversal on the week, but we got a current inside quarter, 2 up on the month, but it's price pulled down some. We had a BF on the monthly level BF and it pulled down from there. Looks like now we're reversing back to the upside, trying to go back and retest those broadening formations around the $63 level. So we got a 2-2 rev on the week. Our level for entry would be above $61.01. So not far to go, but we got about $1 to move, and we'll see what happens from there. But ultimate chop level, I like to see it get above 62.64, which I talked about on the watch list call. So now moving out of healthcare, I did have one IT stock I wanted to talk about, and that was Crowdstrike. Just mainly from the cyber news and talks and potentialness with the crowd right here. Just been doing a little bit of research, so we may get a little something here on Crowdstrike this week. Well, actually this week and beyond, but right now we're looking at a 2-2 rev on the week, potentially above 198.67. And at that point, we're looking to take it to about the 215 range, 220. Not trying to be too greedy on it. Just we'll see what it does when it crosses that week level. I really want to see it go after it gets past 205.68. So once we get there, then we'll see if we're cooking with grease or what, see if we get the strength we need to continue pushing up. But I like how Crowdstrike's setting up. So then moving on, I want to talk about some put setups I'm looking at for the week. First one I want to talk about is Lucid. What we're looking at on Lucid here is a 212 to the downside. We also potentially get 2 down on the month, but we're looking at this 212 below $22.61. And then we're looking to take this down to about the $17 level. We probably need some time to get there, but this thing looks like it's going to push on down. So if you look at some of the macros, you got broad information around 14, 15 bucks. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that one, feel pretty strong. This one's going to continue to head downward. Another one I got puts on in XLY. As you can see, I'm in discretionaries here is Best Buy. Also on Best Buy, we're looking at this inside week. We got a 212 potentially below $94.50. Looking for a continuation on the day to the downside. And then also we've got this shooter here on the month. So going into next month, we may look for a look for some more movement to the downside if it even takes that long to get there. But looks like we're heading towards the outside month. So we'll see what happens on BBY, but this one looks good. Looking like it may drop down to about the $80 level. So that would be a level that I'm looking at on a longer type of trade. But like that Best Buy. And then the last put setup I have this week is Target. Also on Target, this one I don't see is falling as far down, but I'm also looking at a 212 on the week. This one will be below 206.70, and I'm looking to take this one down to about the $200 level. And if we get some movement down to about 197, 196, so I'm looking at Target to continue downwards to make it to that broadening formation. At that point, we'll see what happens. See if we get a push down. So, or if we get a bounce right there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I like that one definitely for puts going into tomorrow and the week. And then last ticker I wanted to bring up is something y'all been talking about this one a lot in the chat, and that's MP. Looking at this one here, MP, this material stock, the pack's been all over this one, so that's good to see. We're kind of doing our research there, but we're looking at the inside week here. Potentially, we'll break that inside week above $46.25. So we're looking at that, and then also we've got this inside month. So this one here is still pushing up. We need to turn the quarter green at about $45.68. So that'll, at that point, once we get there, it'll be on and cracking. We'll be cooking with grease at that time. But yeah, $45.68, we'll turn a quarter green. $46.25. So we'll turn the quarter green before we flip the week 312. So all of that will be back in full time frame continuity, except for the year. And I think the year turns green. Year turns green at 40. Yeah, so the quarter and the year turn green at the same time. So we'll be back in full time frame continuity on LP before it even breaks the week level. So that one's one we want to keep our eyes on. We know how materials has been doing. Outside of that, keep playing what we've been playing. Energy, materials, and it looks like a little bit of healthcare is trying to show some strength this week. Outside of that, we're looking at puts. VIX, it's been a little choppy, so VIX has kind of been beat up because of it. But for the most part, we know it's still what we've been looking at for the last 60, 75 days. So not much to change up this week. We're still looking bearish, still looking like energy and materials will be where the strength is. So we'll go from there. We know what to do when things make their move. So with that, folks, I'm going to leave y'all to it. Y'all have a good evening, and I'll catch y'all in the morning. Peace.